What's up, YouTube? This is Mathwiz97, and welcome to a brand new series on this channel. That's right, we're bringing Pokemon back to the channel, and with one of my personal favorites, this is a childhood favorite of mine, Pokémon XD, Gale of Darkness. I always loved playing this game as a child, and unfortunately, well, I have to give a bit of a disclaimer before we actually start this video. I have not played this game in years. It has been at least 5 years, maybe more than that. 2010, 2009, maybe even, no, maybe 5 years. That's about right. That's about a good guess. But yeah, it has been a long time since I've played this game. I used to play this game a lot, so we'll see how much I remember from my times playing this game previously. Now, this is actually something else new for this channel, is that I'm actually using the live commentary feature on the Elgato game capture, which is what I've been using for a while now to record my videos, but my old laptop just couldn't keep up with that type of production. So, I mean, honestly, like, that laptop, it was old, it was starting to die, it needed to be put out of its misery. This new one that I have, it can hold up a lot better. It's doing well at the moment, so we'll see if it'll keep up with this. But yeah, Pokemon. It seems like every year I have to have one of these series on my channel, and every time I do one, I'm like, well, this is gonna be probably the last one, because, I mean, nobody really watches these. But you know what? I love Pokemon. I love it. Like, it's been one of my favorite games for a long time. Played it as a child, and I keep playing it, so you know what? This is a game that I haven't played in a long time. I actually had well, let's actually start getting into this. As you can tell, this is live because I'm all over the place right now, but the thing is, with this game, I actually have a themed GameCube for it. I have the Pokémon XD Gale of Darkness themed GameCube. I used to have one, but then because my younger self is an idiot, I sold it, and yeah, I've never gotten over that. I just didn't have the foresight at the time. This was about 5 years ago, maybe. I don't exactly remember when I did it, but I did it, and it was a dumb decision. But now, here we are with this new series. I've got the GameCube back. I had to buy it off Amazon. Probably was, I had to spend a little bit to get it, but honestly, try to correct the mistakes from my past, and as well to get this game back. Again, had to pay more than I would have in the first place to get it, but yeah, that's not the point. The point is now that I have the game, and we're here to enjoy this adventure together. So, the all-important question, my name. No, they're not asking me for a gender this time. Just my name. So what are we gonna go with? Well, let's keep it simple. We are gonna go with the trademark Mathwiz, because originality, am I right? And fortunately, it's just gonna fit in there. Okay, I hit a space by mistake. So there we go, Mathwiz. It's just enough characters to fit in there. So how about that? This is bringing back so many memories, this cutscene. From all the times that I've played this game, just this opening cutscene. As things are going out of control right now. Helicopters. And there, could it be Shadow Lugia? And this was before all of this Mega Evolution, Primal Reversion stuff. Shadow Lugia, man. Back in the day, Shadow Lugia was cool. This was the closest we were gonna get to the Mega Evolutions and whatnot that we have nowadays. But man, I mean, like, back in the day, this was so different from, like, all the other Pokemon games that I was used to playing. Playing, you know, just the main series games. Then we take a look at this one where it opens with this cool cutscene, and then this. Just listen to the music, for Pete's sake. We've got this awesome battle theme playing in the background. And we got this little simulator going. So let's see, it looks like we're Salamence. This is bringing back the memories. I'll tell you that right now. Fortunately, this Metagross does not have Levitate, so we're able to just one-shot it with a critical hit Earthquake. And that's how you do that, folks. That's the testament of a true Pokemon master right there. We did it. Unfortunately, we don't actually start the game with that Salamence. This is just a simulation, but, you know, it's a cool introduction to the game. We get to kind of, you know, every 10-year-old, they want to be a Pokemon trainer, so this is, I mean, you gotta start somewhere. Get your practice in before you actually get your Mon. Alright, Mathwiz, this will do it for today. Yes, sir, that was a well-played battle. Mathwiz, your skills have improved by an amazing amount. You can tell this is live because I'm butchering all these sentences. I mean, it was impressive the way you handled that big Pokemon with a plum. You took... If I can talk. You took command of it as if you were the same as your Eevee. Don't you think it's time that you consider raising other Pokemon besides your Eevee? Oh, come on, man, that's not cool. Eevee is like one of the greatest. You can get Espeon, Umbreon, Jolteon, Flareon, Vaporeon. Not in this game, but you can get Sylveon, Glaceon, Leafeon, all the others. But I mean, oh, this is just bringing back so many memories right now. Let's go talk to some people. The operation of this battle sim system demands precision control. Of course, with my technique, there's utterly no problem. Rest assured, you're in expert hands while you're plugged in and battling. I mean, just, oh my god, the feels. The nostalgia, everything is just, everything right now. Hi, Mathwiz, have you finished training? My female voices are not going to be that great. This is I can't talk. This is the director's office. Did you want to pay a visit to Professor Crane? Ha ha ha, ha ha ha. You don't need to be that stiff. Oh my, this is terrible. This is why I don't do many Pokemon series, because I can never do good voices on the fly. You don't need to be that stiffly official, Lily. I also can't talk either when I'm doing live videos, apparently. But, oh yes, I've heard the battle I need to change this guy's voice, this is annoying me. Ahem. I've heard the battle coach singing high praise about you, Mathwiz. I've heard that your battling skills have improved dramatically recently. That's outstanding, Mathwiz. I sure don't think I'd stand much of a chance against you. Ahaha. I wish everyone wouldn't drown them with such gushing praise all the time. My son and daughter will become spoiled rotten. There's nothing to worry about. Both Mathwiz and Jovi are wonderful kids. Jovi. No. By the way, I don't think I've seen Jovi since lunchtime. Mathwiz, I hate to bother you, but could you go find Jovi for me? I mean, it's not like you're my son or anything. Mathwiz, I think you already know, but several research projects are in their critical phases in this lab. That's why your mother can't afford to take any time off right this instant. So please, honey, will you go find Jovi for me? No, because I don't. Who needs siblings anyway? Thank you, I'm counting on you. I don't think she could have wandered off too far, but just in case, check outside too. I'm sorry, Mathwiz. After 5 long years, this project is finally on the verge of coming together. But for that to happen, we can't do without your mother's expertise. Oh yes, I left a PDA in your room, Mathwiz. Go check it out. PDA stands for exposition. It's quite easy to use, Mathwiz. I'm sure you'll have no trouble figuring it out. And off we go to find Jovi. But first, we have to do some exploring. I remember this place. This is just, ah! This game, I can't even begin to explain how much time I spent playing this game as a kid. Did I ever complete the game, though? Actually, I don't really remember. Because, you know, I played a lot on this game, but this seems like one of those games where I wouldn't have figured out, like, how I was supposed to complete it. Like, I remember just logging a ton of hours on the Battle Coliseum, whatever it's called. Have you seen Jovi? We were playing hide and seek, but Jovi's been gone for a while now. Maybe she's playing in your room, Mathwiz. Maybe she is. Hint, hint, hint. Hint. Also, there's a TV. We bring you the ONBS news. Authorities still have failed to find any traces of the cargo ship SS Libra since its sudden disappearance off the coast of Gation Port. There have been no reports of flotsam that may have indicated the ship's sinking. The authorities have... Oh my god! The authorities appeared mystified by the way the ship vanished like smoke. There are reports that numerous Pokemon were on board. Concern is rising over their welfare. But that couldn't possibly affect us, could it? No. So let's go back to looking for little sister Jovi. And just this game is so much nostalgia. Like the music, it's too much. Oh, I see a shining. But lately, his kid sister appears to have the run of this place. And look, she just left her junk all over the desk. Oh wait, there's the PDA. That's what we're looking for. That's the important stuff. Glad to see we're taking such good care of it. If you're reading this email, then you must have... Also, as you'll know, if I'm doing a video live, there's no consistency with the voice acting. I mean, all the voices are just gonna change. No one's gonna have an official voice, are they? If you're reading this email, then you must have attained the PDA. Try out its many features. By the way, Add-on was playing hide and seek with Jovi. Why not have a chat with him? That must have been the guy hiding under the desk. We found 3 potion. Now, at least these things you can't really confuse with Voltorb because they're boxes and they're not circles like a traditional Pokeball. There's a Plusle. Also, this is like the Hoenn generation, which was the generation of Pokemon I grew up with. So naturally, it is going to be my favorite. I mean, there's a lot of water, but you know, I never really minded. It's just, I thought all the Pokemon were so cool. It's just something that I felt like the other generations just... It's probably just coming down to nostalgia. I mean, I played a lot of Diamond and Pearl too, so Sinnoh is another favorite of mine, but I don't know. Maybe it's just I'm partially blinded by nostalgia, but hey, I enjoyed those generations. They were some cool stuff. Unfortunately, of all the hours that I logged in this game, I seem to have forgotten where to find Jovi. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to be editing this series either. There might just be kind of random points where I just kind of cut between footage or whatever have you. Again, this is my first time actually like doing a live series. Like, oh, it's not the first time. I mean, I've done the Pokemon videos before, but I mean, this is the first time I've done it on a console, recording a console footage. I feel like I'm backtracking a lot. So, you know what? Here, we're gonna come up with some sort of cool transition until I figure out where Jovi is. So, we'll see you in time. God, I don't know where I'm going. Well, that took far too long to figure out. Because I can't take a hint from these characters. I'm like, oh, I talked to this guy already, so it's not... He has nothing to do with what I need. But clearly that is far from the case. I'm worried that this is going to become my Light Platinum series all over again, where I'm just wandering around wondering, what do I do? So, I finally figured it out. We talked to him, and we need to go over to Dr. Kinko's house. So that is where we shall go on our cool little motorbike thing. Although I will be honest, the protagonist in this game is not quite as cool as the protagonist from the Pokemon Colosseum game. Although I don't think I ever owned Colosseum. These games are kind of similar, so I feel like I might have, but I'm pretty sure this was the only game that I owned, because I don't ever remember playing Colosseum. But I've seen footage of Colosseum. I've seen a playthrough of it. It also looks cool. I doubt I'd ever do a series on that, but then again, I wasn't... Oh, I mean, when it comes to Pokemon series, I mean, what really do I expect to do? Who goes there? You must be a burglar. Chobin will put you straight, don't you move. Chobin is the name, and Chobin is the #1 assistant to Dr. Kinko. Chobin is the only assistant, so Chobin has to be the #1 assistant. Our first battle of the game against the Kinko aide Chobin. Although Chobin is not quite as annoying as Jovi, but fortunately we haven't found her yet. I know, I'm such a great big brother, aren't I? So here's our first fight. We have our Eevee. And that's one thing I really liked about this game, is that you didn't start out with your traditional starter, you know, no Charmander, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, none of that. No Pikachu even. No, you start out with Eevee. And it always gave you kind of the opening for different possibilities, although in the end it's just ends up being an Espeon and Umbreon. And I think, unless you have an actual choice, I don't recall. As you can tell, I've never really like explored all the potentials of this game. I just kind of played, and because I was, you know, because I was younger, I just didn't do like any research on anything in regards to this game. So I just kind of explored to find out what I could find, and this is the result of that. So we have defeated Chobin, so we've at least got that going for us. You've made Chobin angry now. Even though Chobin lost, you're still not going past Chobin. Huh? Closer observation reveals that the subject is a child. Ergo, the subject is not a burglar. Aha! Chobin wishes you spoke up right away. You're Mathwiz. Chobin apologizes for jumping to the wrong conclusion. There she is. The nightmare that is Jovi. I'm not even going to read her dialogue because I'm going to butcher a female voice. I can't do Moe, so like that's just not going to happen. Also, the third person talking. It's so irritating. Jovi thought so. Big brother, you look dependable, but then you make silly mistakes. This big house is Dr. Kinko's. Dr. Kinko's job is to make incredible inventions. There's a whole bunch of neat machines like they have at the Pokémon HQ lab. You should come in too, big brother. I don't know what I'm even doing right now. Mathwiz, you are that girl's older brother. Sometimes she comes here. She wanders around everywhere. Chobin finds it hard keeping an eye on her so that she does not bother the doctor. Oh yes, Mathwiz, you will have a look at Dr. Kinko's inventions? You will, yes? Okay, this way please. Follow Chobin. I feel like my voice acting, if I haven't already said it, is going to be so inconsistent. Okay, Chobin will now show you the inventions of the inestimable Dr. Kinko. Dr. Kinko's inventions, it needs to be said, are #1 in the world. Chobin is full of admiration. Oh? Why does Chobin know that they are #1 worldwide? That needs explaining? In the whole wide world, no one but Dr. Kinko would invent such inventions. Therefore, they are #1 in the world without question. Our Dr. Kinko, who is verily great, is inventing in that room right there. Hi, Doctor. What kind of funny machine are you making this time? Jovi wants to know. Uh-oh, that girl is at Dr. Kinko's side again. Chobin hopes she is causing no disturbance. Anyway, let Chobin acquaint you with just some of Dr. Kinko's greatest inventions. Let the VCR roll! Oh my god. The VCRs. Dr. Kinko's inventions are #1 in the world! Chobin's choice is this. Ta-da! The unhealthy sandals. This insole is studded with lumpy nubs that fail to stimulate every pressure point in a fabulous way. Keep wearing these and Chobin will guarantee painful feet and chronic worsening of your health. Chobin thinks it is superlative. Aha! Incredible, is it not? There is much more than that, too. The doctor's inventions, which are fantastic, can be seen on this monitor. Chobin gives you permission to use this anytime you like. I kind of want to, just one, so I can at least do more Chobin voice acting. Dr. Kinko's inventions are #1 in the world. Chobin's choice is this. Ta-da! The power-draining light bulb. At first glance, it's an ordinary... At first glance, it's an ordinary sort of plain light bulb, but it positively gulps electricity at the 10 times the usual rate. Keep using this and the electricity bills will grow shockingly, and it won't be easy to find out why. Chobin thinks it is dazzling. The superpowered jet vacuum cleaner. Whatever it sucks up, it blows out the rear using powerful jet propulsion that shreds dust into fine particles. The more you vacuum, the more your room gets covered in an invisible coat of dust from corner to corner. Chobin thinks this is splendorous. Oh, these inventions. Exactly the kind of inventions I want. I would give this guy a patent. Did you come from the Pokemon HQ lab? My name's Machin. Macaroni. I run the parts shop in Gaetion Port. How's the lab's director, Professor Crane, yes? Ah, yes. If you'd be so kind, please tell the professor that the machine part he needed is ready, and that he should come get it any time. Alright, but let's get back to the plot. Hi, big brother. This is a funny drawing. It is really detailed drawing of a really weird machine. Huh? Are you going home already, big brother? But you just got here. Oh, Jovi gets it. Jovi has to show you how to go home, right? Okay, that's what Jovi will do. Jovi will take you home. Mimi, let's go home with big brother. I don't know why I feel like I'm trying to make her like a robot. But I just find that kind of comical. Jovi joined the party. Okay, let's move out. Jovi will visit again, Doctor. Bye-bye. Let's get out of this place. Well, first we gotta see another invention. The power-saving refrigerator. If the purpose is to conserve power, you won't be making a mistake with this refrigerator. It's truly one of a kind. It's an ultra energy saver that usually stays off. It only turns on when its sensor detects someone in front of it. Food goes bad right away, but no one knows why because the fridge is on when the door is opened. Chobin thinks this is splendid. Oh. In just a few short minutes, Chobin has grown on me. We got a message on our P*DA. Dear Mathwiz, you appear to have traveled far in your search for Jovi. Please come back to the HQ lab as soon as you find her. I need your help with something. Time to get the plot rolling. What is it? What is it? Email from the professor. He wants you to come home quickly. Jovi is worried about letting you go by yourself, big brother. So Jovi will go home too. Let's go right now. I feel like this episode is going to be filled with so much wincing, so much cringing. Ugh. So back to the Pokemon HQ lab we go! Also, it's really weird doing this. I probably just haven't figured out the settings for recording this kind of thing properly, but all I'm seeing, like, my screen is pink. Like, there's this pink overlay over everything. And it shows up fine on the recording, but what I see on the TV is pink, and it's just a bit of an eyesore, but I will get over it. Oh, hi, Mommy. We're back. Yay. Oh, Jovi, haven't I told you not to wander away by yourself? No, Mommy, you don't understand. Big brother was lost, so Jovi brought him here. If Jovi weren't there, Jovi bets he'd be crying by saying he can't go home. Right? Big brother. Oh my. Jovi, you were such a brave and resourceful girl. But that's quite enough for today. Besides, Adon must be tired of waiting for you. Oh my gosh, I was in the middle of hide and seek. Okay, big brother, I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Mathwiz, thanks for finding Jovi for me. Oh, yes. Professor Crane wanted to see you, Mathwiz. Go see him right away, please. I'm hoping that this series is more along the lines of being creepy and hilarious at the same time, rather than cringeworthy. Creeplarious, as it were. But anyway, let's go find Professor Crane. Let's get this show on the road. Oh, but he's not where he should be. More searching that I have to do. Oh no. What have I done? This is going to be a journey. Just finding things in this game is going to be a journey. Oh my god! No! There he is. Okay, that didn't take too long. Hi there, Mathwiz. I've been waiting for you. I wanted to show you the SNAG machine. SNAG machine. Has Aiden said anything to you about the SNAG machine? To avoid exposition, I will hit yes. Oh, I see. Yes. Well, we've named the special machine for catching Pokémon the SNAG machine. The two of us, Aiden and I, were developing it, and now it's finally finished. I'd like to begin testing it immediately. Will you help us, Mathwiz? Sure, I got nothing better to do. Okay, step inside, please. I should tell you, the SNAG machine is an outrageous piece of work. After all, it's used for stealing Pokémon from other trainers and other trainer. Am I just seeing things, or was that a typo? Anyways, but we didn't make this to steal Pokemon indiscriminately from trainers. Mathwiz, you've heard of shadow Pokemon, haven't you? They're Pokemon that have been turned into fighting machines after having their hearts closed by artificial means. They're to be pitied. We developed the SNAG machine to take back such modified shadow Pokemon. Why this machine is needed now, I can explain later. But for now, I'd like you to test our SNAG machine. After all, you're the best trainer at this lab. The SNAG machine is inside this case. Try equipping it right away, please. Let's do it! Let's snag some Pokemon! Wow, it fits you perfectly. It looks cool too, Mathwiz. I'll also add a new feature to your PDA. It's called the Shadow Monitor. It lets you check data on the shadow Pokemon you've encountered. Sweet. This was so cool. Like, just to have something different than the usual Pokemon premise. Instead of catching Pokemon, you can steal them! And also Shadow Pokemon as a concept was also pretty cool. Thank you, Aiden. That's it, Mathwiz. That's spot on. From here on, it will be a lot easier to just show you how it works in practice rather than trying to describe it. Let's go upstairs to the Battle Sim system room. Whoops, how silly of me. I almost forgot to give you these. In order to use the SNAG machine, you need at least one Pokeball, so I'll give you these. 5 Pokeballs. How generous of you. Pokeballs aren't used in the Orre region, so we import them from another region. Okay, now we're set. Let's hurry over to the director. Oh no. Oh no! The plot! It's found us! What's going on? Who are you people? Oh, I love this music. It's terrible, Mathwiz! Some strange man came barging in and took off with the director! And if that voice hasn't been enough to scare you off from this video, I want to thank you all for watching and sticking it out to this point. Be sure to stay tuned for the next episode of Pokémon XD Gale of Darkness. This should be a very exciting, a very creep-larious series, but hopefully you can stick around with me for at least another episode or two before crying yourself to sleep, because this series is... So far, we're off to... Well, it's going to be interesting, to say the least. But anyway, I want to thank you for sticking around, and until next time, keep on YouTubing.